Okay, so this is one of the speaker covers. Your upholstery covers right in here, right? So that's all you see. But underneath the upholstery, you see here's staples that hold this material in. This material is absolutely shot. They do a lot of this stapling through plastic. You'll see that if you do any work, any pull apart in your upholstery, and even the bottom of the seats are plastic, and they staple right through it. So you have to go around and pull all the staples out. I was using a screwdriver, put it in, twist and lift, gets one side, and I'll grab it with pliers later. So I just go through and you can pick up a bunch of the staples like this, and then yank them out. You just work your way around doing that, and then you'll be ready for the new material to put in. Like that. This is actually a normal speaker ring. They just flipped it over and used it backwards. You see the staples stick through, which is fine because that's all hidden behind. These staples are 1/4 inch long, so you'll need 1/4 inch staples. Hopefully an electric stapler if you have it, and you can just put them right back in quickly. Okay. And so this is the old fabric. Obviously it's very torn, and it's also very faded. I went with a fabric that's completely black. It looks like it used to be a little bit more of a gray charcoal color. This fabric I got at Joann's. It's actually speaker fabric. You can find it in their utility fabric section. At our store, all the fabric is on the left side of the store, and then a little bit in the left corner of the store. This is at the edge of that left corner, right as you get to the yarn. So you can find utility fabric there. And this old one is 6.5 inches across. I like to round up, so I'm like, oh, I'll go 7 inches. Well, this speaker ring that's used, they actually use it backwards the way they do it. It's 6 3/4 inches. So I'm gonna draw a circle around that with a chalk pencil, and then I will just cut out maybe a little bit beyond the circle. That circle would obviously be fine. It's bigger than the 6 3/4, or 6.5, I mean, but that's fine. So I'm gonna draw around like this and cut it out. Hopefully I can draw. Chalk pencil is a little bit light, but I think we'll get there. And you can't see a thing. No, you can see it. I'm gonna do a little bit more though, because there's some of it that I'm having trouble seeing. There we go, that's better. Okay, and we'll cut it out. And it just has to be stapled back on. I'm actually mostly cutting on the line. All this is hidden, so it doesn't matter if there's a bunch hanging out. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit crooked. As long as you have enough to staple, you're good. I'm gonna turn it so I can keep going the same way. So I only have the 2 speakers in the back to deal with. And I have 1/3 of a yard, so I think I have a lifetime supply of speaker material. You definitely don't want a cotton material if you're getting something different. You don't want something with cotton because it will rot in the sun and water and all that. There we go. And then I'll cut one more. So I have the 2, and we can staple them in. All right, so I'm putting 1/4 inch staples in my stapler. That's not true. This is my dad's stapler. I steal stuff from him all the time because he lives next door. You can use a manual stapler. I decided to use his electric one because he had it. He has everything. All right, so remember this is extra big. We'll just center it on there. What I'm gonna do is I wanna stretch the material a little bit to make sure I don't have any wrinkles and it's not floppy once it's put in. And these, I'm using T50 staples. I have to push really hard. They don't go in the best. Maybe upholstery staples might work better. But once it's mounted, it's all gonna be pinched anyway. So in my opinion, as long as it holds it till then, should be okay. Okay, stretch this a little bit. So I do in the quadrants, right? Opposite sides. And now that I have those quadrants done, I'm gonna cut the quadrants in half. And I'm just gonna pretty much keep having things. I'll go the opposite side of that one I just did. And I'll do the other two quadrants to have them. Stretching the material just a little bit. And this one, just need to stretch a little bit extra, a little bit of a wrinkle right there. And if I hold it like that and slide this down the edge, it naturally stretches it a little bit more. There, I think we're pretty well stretched there. And then I'm just having those going in between the staples all the way around. Okay, and then I'll just go in between all those. The old ones were right next to each other. Sometimes even overlapping. Oh, I just ran out of staples. I gotta put some more in. Like I said, just T50 staples, 1/4 inch. That's the length. Come on. All right, only have a couple more to do. Of course, you run out just before you're done. Good old Murphy. A few more than I thought there were. Okay, and then there you go. Looks nice, doesn't it? We have a circle of upholstery around it like that. I'll show you that later when I get my rails back from my upholstery guy. So the speaker cover, you'll see in a minute, will come in from the back, and it fits in there really nice. In fact, let me just throw one in here so you can see it really quick. And it'll go like that. It comes in from the back. Boom, it looks really nice. So let's go over the other one and we'll put the speaker cover in on that one. Show you how it goes in. So he didn't necessarily put the upholstery things in the same spot. So some of the old holes are covered up by the upholstery, but we'll just go through it with screws. But there's one here and one here that's popping out. And so there's 6 screws. They use the original holes for the speaker cover. They use those. So if I just take 2 and line those up with that, those holes have a little bit of plastic sticking up. So it's going to actually lock in. I thought it was going to lock in better than that, but so it's right there on those. And then we just throw the 6 screws in there. And then you can see the 4 speaker holes there that the speaker mounts to this. I think it's kind of funny that they use the original, or just use a speaker cover, I mean, and flipped it around. Kind of a different idea, but hey, whatever works. Oops, grab my screws here. Okay, let me get another one in here to make sure it's locked in the right spot. I haven't even tightened that other one all the way yet. I like to get things all started before I tighten them down. Otherwise you lock things in and then you can't move it like you need to. So here I'm going through this upholstery, I hope. Come on, baby. There it goes. All right, I'll get that through. I could probably tighten them all now, or we're getting close enough. I still have one more screw to put in, but I figure I'd just tighten these. because I just can't wait. I'm excited to get this put back together. There's tape on the corner of the upholstery on every corner because you know, those can get damaged. So the upholstery guy put that on there for transport. All right, like that. All right, let me go grab the speaker. I'll be right back. So let's pull this out. So we have the 4 holes there, and we have the normal 4-hole pattern, but it's not quite right. So we are going to just center this and make our own new holes, I think. Let me rotate it a little bit, and Megan is going to work to make new holes. So you have to push hard and turn. I would hold down. Oh, you got it. If you got it there, you're fine. You're fine. Go ahead and do what you're doing. There we go. It's going to take some time to put. You got to push hard. All right, so we're going to do that on all 4 and on both sides, and then we'll come back. Okay, so we had to angle outward a little bit because of the way that ring was inside. We were right on the edge of the step. So Megan grabbed my drill, my screw gun, and she's putting them in here. Okay, 1 more to go. Guys, if you have a daughter, teach her how to do this stuff. It's fun to work together. Stage fright, she's a little nervous.
Get it in. Okay.
That was a steep angle, but... All right, good. Oh yeah, that baby's in there. Okay, cool. And then we can unplug these because this is the adapter she had, and our things will just plug straight in. Should we go install this in the boat? What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Oh, before we do that, just to explain really quick. So here's your mount posts. There's a bunch of them all down the side. Let's see. This is the driver's side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 up top. And then there's one down there in that carpeted area. That's the piece that's right behind the driver. That's it. The one down there is the easy one to miss. But when you take it apart, just pull a little bit out, and if something's not coming, you probably missed one. So you just reach up behind the gunnel and run down and find it. All right, so let's go put it in.